Hey, Dron here, clinical hypnotherapist and expert in helping people overcome their anxiety and their panic attacks. I just want to share this video and just talk about panic attacks. It's a very common thing that I come across with clients. And I want to just bring insight into what it is and how you can actually resolve it. A panic attack is pretty much when you have this intense fear, and this intense fear, which you may not be aware of, will actually grab your attention in the form of you having unconscious moments, which could be things like trembling, sweating, those panicky feelings where your heart rate will be extremely elevated, your breathing rate will extremely elevate too, and you'll have this intense fear that will just wash over your entire body. I experienced them before, and I know they're very, very uncomfortable, and when they come upon you, it has the most uncomfortable feeling. And what's the good news about it is you can actually resolve and overcome your panic attacks. And it's something that I do with my clients in my program. So what you have to understand is whenever someone has a panic attack or an anxiety attack, and I would say the only difference between the two is an anxiety attack would be something that will come upon you where you are actually aware of the trigger. So let's say, for example, with an anxiety attack, you see a dog uh, coming towards you, where that could trigger you into an anxiety attack. Where a panic attack could you just be sitting down, and next thing you know, you have all those difficult sensations that come upon you. The sensations for the two of them are going to be identical. However, the difference is going to be between if you know what triggered it versus what not. Either way, you're going to treat them the exact same way. And what I want you to realize is, in order for you to resolve it, you have to become aware of the root cause behind the anxiety attack or the panic attack. And I'll just consider saying panic attack just for simplicity reasons to speak about the two. Once you are aware of the root behind your panic attack and you're able to unconsciously resolve it, what's phenomenal is you'll no longer have to deal with that again. Because I want you to realize that anxiety is just an alarm system. It's just an alarm system, just like if you had a fire alarm in your house. If there was a fire in your house, the alarm is going to go off to signal to you that something is not right. And a panic attack is the same thing. It's just an alarm. And what's happening is you're choosing, or you're deciding to not be aware of the alarm. So what happens? The alarm gets louder and louder and louder and more intense, to the point where you have no other choice but to know that it's there. And that's when you have the onset of a panic attack. Panic attack is just a symptom of anxiety, and anxiety itself is a symptom of something else. Because we all have experiences that we've dealt with, or we're choosing not to deal with. And ideally, a panic attack is us just repressing a certain thing. And since it's repressed, it's going on unresolved. And because it's unresolved, our body has to find some way to regulate it. And those panic attacks is our way of trying to release a lot of this excess emotion. Because if we don't, then all that bottled up emotion is going to lead to other issues, other symptoms, physical, mental disturbances that are caused by a condition or a dis-ease, not happy, such as IBS, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, things like that. So once you are able to identify the root, and one thing you can even ask yourself is, what is causing my panic attacks? What's within me that is creating this? Because once you're doing that, you're now in the process of starting to question the external things that are happening in your life. Because what people are usually not doing is that. What people are usually doing is they're identifying with the symptom itself. The symptom doesn't matter. The symptom is just causing distractions from what's really taking place within you, in your mind, which is showing up in your body. What I use to help clients with that is hypnosis. I use hypnotherapy to help them resolve that within them so they no longer have to deal with that again. How is that possible? Because the panic attacks are something that originates in a person's unconscious mind. And they're not aware of it, because if they were, they would have dealt with it already. So using hypnosis, it gives clients the ability to surpass all the stuff going on and actually identify the root so that way they can actually deal with it. If you're someone that definitely wants to experience that, then I definitely recommend that you check the link in the description below to book a discovery call with me so I can show you the whole process in more detail, and that way help you to no longer have panic attacks again.